Master Ken here with another Secret Street Fighting tip. Been seeing a lot of chatter online from a group of people who say that they don't need any training in unarmed combat because they already have their CCW. Okay? For those of you who don't know, CCW stands for Carrying and Concealing a Weapon, which if you were to spell that acronym properly would be CAW. And that's appropriate because if you think that you don't need any martial arts training just because you carry a gun, that's total bullshit. That's why today I'll be using Ameri-Do-Te to teach you all how to beat a CCW fighter. Got dark in here. All right, now it's time for a quick disclaimer. You should never ever train gun disarms with live weapons. Having said that, since Todd and I are the only two people in the world as advanced as we are in Ameri-Do-Te, we do train with live weapons. There's a reason for that. We find that if you're not afraid of getting shot, then you're not going to respect it and you're not going to train realistically. And so far, we've had hardly any, almost very few accidents. It's like the famous story of Pinocchio. Remember when his abusive Uncle Geraldo would take him into the candle room and he would burn his little puppet feet and say, "Unless you burn, you're not going to learn." It's a very terrifying story, but also a good lesson. Just in case, though, we do always wear eyes and ears. What's that? What'd you say? I can't hear with these. Can't see either. Get a backup pair. That's better.
What's that?
Okay, so first of all, there are multiple methods and locations from which a CCW fighter can draw their weapon. They're called common carry positions, and there's a counter to each one. We're starting with a very popular position right on the hip there, sometimes referred to as 3 o'clock. Now, you'll notice when he reaches for the weapon, he will do one of two things with the other hand. He'll either try to push me back, which is stupid, okay, because I'll take those piggies to market and then take them right to the hospital afterwards, or he'll simply place his hand on his chest. He does that for two reasons. One is to avoid putting a bullet in his own hand, and the other is to have it available to block in case I strike. Okay? None of that's going to matter because the second he reaches for that gun, I am going to put my hand on the gun hand and keep the gun from being drawn at all. I'm going to take my little pinky piggy, and go down here. I'm going to find the trigger. I'm going to steer the barrel downward and... That was loud, huh? It was loud! Time for us to move on to the second common carry position. This one is referred to as the appendix carry, also known as 2 o'clock. I find that this is common with big shots, people who are maybe compensating for something because they're certainly not afraid of shooting anything off down there. My biggest problem with this carry position from a self-defense perspective is that it's a dead giveaway due to the removal of the cover garment. As soon as they reach for it, I'm going to reach and grab his rod with both hands. I'm going to cock it, I'm going to push it way down in his pants, and then I'm going to let it go. Most likely catching his scrotum in the ejector port, which is why we call that particular move the pecker pincher. It sounds just like the children's poem. Peter Piper pecked the pick of pecker pinchers. Now we'll move on to position 3 of the common carry positions. This one is referred to as the kidney carry, very similar to the small of the back carry, which is why we treat them similarly. Personally, I think anyone who does the kidney carry is full of beans because they have to telegraph their move. As soon as he reaches for his gun, I'm just going to give him a hug, okay? Trapped his arms behind him. He can't kick me because I'm too close. Now it's just a matter of which one of us manages to chomp off something vital from the other one, We call this a bite fight. Forgot it's flu season. All right, now as we're wrapping up this video, we're going to address the elephant in the room because I'm sure there's some smart aleck watching right now, some CCW expert, some tactical guy out there telling us that, hey, you only showed how to counter the draw of the weapon. You didn't say what to do if you managed to point it at me. Very unlikely, but we'll address that right now. Let's say he goes from 3 o'clock, and since we're close quarter, he draws to something some people call chest one. That's great for me, because I'm going to put my hands up in a defensive position, then I'm going to do a little move I call the wishbone. Okay? And as always, re-stomp that groin. I'm Master Ken. That was another Secret Street Fighting tip. Yes. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. You can purchase Master Ken and Todd Enter the Dojo Show merchandise at EnterTheDojoShow.com. You can book a live appearance with us at MasterKenLive.com, and you can get deleted scenes and outtakes on our Patreon. Re-stop the drawing.